Hey loved ones, good morning. This is Addison Magno, Sales Manager of Robinson's Land Corporation. On this episode right now, we're going to talk about pre-selling projects and RFO projects, ready for occupancy projects. What is the difference? What's pre-selling? What's RFO? I would like to discuss this specific subject right now using myself as an example, my own experience. So back in 2016, to further discuss this, let me just get my blackboard right here. Okay, there you go. So I got my blackboard right now and my pen, my marker, and I'm gonna use myself as an example. Back then when I used to be a agent from SMDC, a lot of the agents are buying their own units. This was back in 2016, and there was this project. It's called Coast Residences along Ross Boulevard, Pasay City. And pre-selling means this is the most cheapest price, the introductory price, because throughout time the property value increases in appraises, it increases in price increase, and it appreciates over time. That's how real estate works. So pre-selling means this is the cheapest price, introductory price. This was back in 2016. There you go. I remember my unit cost around 3.180 something thousand, but I'm just gonna go ahead and simplify the process, the numbers, and put 3.2 million here. I'll do this like this. There you go. This is pesos, by the way. And right now, the same exact unit price for here in 2021 is, this is RFO, by the way, and this is pre-selling. RFO right now, the same exact unit is like 6.8 million. Please don't mind the writing. I just want to show the numbers so you'll get a good understanding and better idea how it works right here. So hopefully you guys can see that. Let me adjust. There you go. All right. So you're probably thinking like, how did I get 3.2 million and how did I pay 3.2 million? I didn't. You don't pay the whole 3.2 million all at once. What I did use was a no down payment scheme strategy. This is the strategy that real estate investors use to flip their condos, to the big timers. They're called the mega consolidators, the investors that likes to buy the whole buildings. It's mostly the Chinese, man, but right now they can't. The foreigners can only buy 40% of the building. So but yeah, and during this time, man, 2016, I noticed there was a lot of bulk buyers, man. They would one client would buy 500 million pesos worth of condos, whatever they can, because they see something that the average person doesn't see. So this makes me wonder, like, maybe I should take a risk and try to get my own unit. So that's what I did. For the first time, this was my first investment, and this is exactly what I did. So what is a no down payment strategy? That means I used the easy payment scheme, payment term, which was 15% down payment, spread payable in 48 months. This is zero interest, by the way. Let me just put that right here. Zero interest. Don't mind the writing. And then the balance of the 85% that's left, either you put it through the bank or cash it out. If you want to avoid getting hit with the bank's interest, to those who don't like bank's interest, you can cash it out. And you can actually, there's a lot of options. We'll get into that in details. Right now, I'm explaining this, what I did from my experience. So, 15% of the 3.2 million, how much would that be? That would be 480,000 pesos. So did I have to cash out 480,000 pesos to get the unit, to buy the unit? No. This 480,000 pesos was spread out, and it was in 48 months. So 400, by the way, before I forget, 480,000 pesos in US dollars is approximately 10,000 USD. But you don't pay all of that at once to buy the unit. What you do is, like I said, 15% in 48 months. So we divide the whole 15% down payment into 48 months. And we came out with, how much did we came up with? 10,000 pesos monthly. You know what I mean? And 10,000 pesos is like, how much is that? Around 208 US dollars. So instead of your money just sitting in the bank, you're actually investing in something. You're putting your money to a better place that is zero interest, and avoiding banks inflation the whole time, man, because your money loses value in the bank. Right here in the Philippines, inflation here yearly is about 4%. So just imagine you have 100,000. For example, you have 100,000 pesos in the bank, and then the next year your 100,000 pesos would only be 96,000 pesos. So you're actually losing money. So why not invest your money somewhere else instead of just sitting in the bank? You know what I mean? Just up to you. But this is what I did. So I took a risk, and for every month I would pay 10,000 pesos. And I waited and waited. And sure enough, the property value just kept going up, until 25 months later, I got an offer by other agents saying that, hey, we can sell your unit right now, man, and you can make up to 350,000 pesos. So 350,000 pesos was the profit. And 10,000 times 25 months, that would be 250,000 pesos. By the way, this is how you calculate your return of investment to see if it was a good investment and what's the percentage. So chirp out on this times 100. So this is your income, your profit, your cash in 350, and your cash out, your capital is 250,000 pesos. This is how you calculate your return of investment using this formula. There you go. So 350,000 pesos divided by your capital, which is 250, times 100, that's 140% return of investment in 25 months. So you tell me, is that a good thing compared to US or other places, or how it works? You only came out the pocket, so you only shelled out 250,000, and you didn't shell that out all at once. I was only paying 10,000 pesos every month. You see, can you see the math? Can you compare? So this is how a pre-selling project works. I'm using my own unit as an example, so I can show the numbers clearly as to how it works. I made 140% ROI in capital gains. And I haven't even yet to talk about the rental yields, in which I will talk about it on part 2 of this, so please stay tuned. So yeah, going back to the original price and to this price right now, this also varies which floor the unit that you chose. Which floor was it? Was it a higher ground, lower ground, facing skyline, or facing, or there was a blockage of another building, your view, or was it facing amenity, facing the pool area on the lower ground? What is it? That matters also. And which floor. So, you know, you gotta have a cool seller to guide you as to which unit you can choose that are available. And I noticed during that time, back in 2016, those units were going by fast. You know what I mean? So with this profit that I came up with, I was surprised that I came up with 350,000 pesos that I didn't have before. This is how I knew that real estate works, because it's in my hand. The money was in my hand. I could literally see it. Had I had enough money to buy 10 units or 20 units or even 30 units at the time, just imagine how much profit would have got. That's how the investors see things. That's how rich people get rich. They're called mega consolidators. They would buy as much as they can from whatever money they can, because they study the place, they study the location, the building, the project, the reputation, and that's how they flip their condos, man. That's how they made it easy. They all use the no down payment scheme strategy, same exact strategy that I use. You know, so an experienced seller would tell you which projects are the good projects, and you can compare the monthly amortizations and whatnot. So just imagine, I haven't even got started like on the rental yields. How much money you're gonna make doing rental? So there you go. I use that one as an example. And to those who don't know, here in the Philippines, actually, why invest in the Philippines? Well, besides the capital gain, ROI, return of investment, and the rental yields, ROIs, besides the numbers, there's a declaration of housing crisis right here. We're missing, we're missing 6.7 million units, particularly condominium units, by 2022. You know, and compare from July, I believe it was July 2016, all the way to June 2020, the whole Philippines, all developers had only made 770,000 units. So compare the demand, the 6.7 million demand of housing unit crisis to the units that we need more units. We need to sell more units, and this is one reason. This is one way you guys can help lift up the Philippines economy by investing here in the Philippines and buying condos. They've actually passed this housing resolution 1458, submitted by March 10th, to try to fix the housing crisis situation. Compared to other countries, different situation. Compared to other countries such as the U.S. and the Gulf region, the UAE, where contractors and developers are just building condos and projects, housings left and right, in hopes that people would buy it, speculatively invest. You know. Right here, we really need the demand. So the demand is high. So I just want to point that out also. And if you compare with other countries, as far as you can do your research as far as the Philippines economy. Right now, as we speak, 2021, per square meters on an average will cost you 3,000 to 4,000 US dollars. Compare to per square meters in, for example, Hong Kong, which will cost you 30,000 US dollars per square meters. It's a huge difference, man. This is the reason why I'm so excited. I want to share to everyone out there and educate them as far as the real estate here and why they should already invest and how things work and stuff like that. So please, if you guys are interested and on a webinar, so we could discuss this specific subject more intimately, meticulously, in details with the numbers, please feel free to scan the my QR code right there and set up an appointment application. I will check it out on my Google Drive. It will show in there your email address, or leave your name and your email address at the comment section, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I will, we'll set that appointment up. We need to, I need to set a lot of webinars to those serious investors and real estate investors. And if you're still new to the game and you have a lot of other questions, please feel free to hit us up. That's it for this episode. Next episode, I'm going to be talking about the RFO, ready for occupancy, how it works. And there it is, man. Once again, this is Addison Magno, Sales Manager of Robinson's Land Corporation. See you soon. Till next time.